wow. Welcome to episode 1 of The Rip. And I'm your host, Vince. And this is really different for me, having to talk just with myself. So it's gonna be interesting, and I hope you can watch me and listen to me through it. First off, I'd like to thank everybody that's came over from the old podcast, the SQB show. They're all private now, so you can't listen to them. But thank you for coming over if you are watching. Thank you for listening right now, whether on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whether you've been following us with the last little while on social media or anything, or watching us on YouTube. That is now Off the Rip, or OTR, whatever you want to call it. So I appreciate you guys for that. First off, I'd like to thank you for that. And yeah, I just wanted to kick right in, and pretty much you should know everything that's happened with the channel update that came out yesterday, which would be Monday, May 24th here, 2021. And yeah, and today, obviously with this coming out today, it's a little different, obviously, what we're doing. And yeah. So pretty much how this started was we started up with this name. I mentioned a little bit on the channel update, but what we decided to do is call it Off the Rip. And I love that saying, like, right off the rip, or like let's get right off the rip. Like, I've always liked that sort of like saying. So we built off that, called it Off the Rip, OTR, and we thought, like, what the hell do we name this podcast? And we're like, oh, since the channel is Off the Rip, we call it The Rip, because we're technically on the rip and then we go off it. So kind of interesting. Let us know if you like it. It's interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. We updated everything, all the new branding, as you can see. It's pretty cool. And pretty much, yeah, like what we're doing this podcast is going to be me. Most of the time, just me, or I'm going to be bringing on guests, whether it's my friends, some of the guys on the team, some people on Zoom, which we bring some special guests and stuff. Some people we used to have on this could be show, and some new people, hopefully. And we're going to have some awesome conversations and just talk about what's going on with them, funny shit, just talk about anything, really. Like, we're literally, and with this, we're literally getting off the rip. We're beginning. So yeah, and that's pretty much our origin. Welcome, like I said, and this is going to be fun. And let's start right off the rip. I have to get used to saying that. I'm sorry, but yeah, this past week, it was about a couple days ago, Champagne Poppy, Drake. We do know also, actually, when this is posted 2 days prior on Sunday at this at the awards. I forget what the awards is called. You can correct me, but Billboard is giving him Artist of the Decade. So congratulations, Drizzy. He is winning, so it's gonna be pretty cool to see him win that. He deserves it more than anybody. He is the GOAT. That's what I think, at least. But yeah, he obviously, we've been waiting for his album for a while. Certified Lover Boy. Been kind of waiting for this to come out. We thought it was gonna come out on Valentine's Day, because he had that very, like, I don't know, the 80s with the heart on his head, like with shaved in with his hair, which is pretty cool. But we've been waiting for this album because we've heard some leaked tracks in the past, just on YouTube. I don't know if it was true. Like, I think one with Roddy Ricch and stuff, and that's some cool stuff. I love Drizzy. I love OVO, as you can see. If you're watching right now, and he just previewed a track, like a for sure track for CLB. It's called Fair Trade. It sounded really good. Like, he's I love how he diversifies his songs and stuff. I'm really excited for this album. This album, I think, is going to be probably one of the most hyped up albums, considering how long it's taking. Because I remember he originally said the delay is because he got injured doing something. I don't know what the hell he got injured doing. But it happened regardless. But it's been like, man, it's like end of May right now, and we still don't have this album when we were supposed to get it in like January originally. And then I don't know what the hell was going on, but him actually leaking it out on his Instagram, like literally just showing like a sneak peek pretty much, is actually good. It's good to know that there's something coming up. So I'm super excited about it. And I have a couple of the packs of socks that he did with Nike for the CLB little drop they did, which was really cool. I think they did in October 2020. So those are really cool. I got the black set, I believe. So they're pretty cool, and I'm excited for. Oh my god, I'm excited for like seeing more and stuff. And he's got that Nocta release going on. Speaking of that, Nocta, they're doing another drop, because we weren't sure, like, are they kind of dying down here? He showed like an extra shoe. This, like, remember that Hot Step shoe or Hot Stock shoe or something that he had, that all white one. There's another colorway apparently. It's like his. I think it was an unreleased Air Jordan 10, I believe. I'll have it up here which one ever it was, but it's like a snakeskin in that same model. So I'm guessing he's getting his own signature shoe with Nike, which is really cool. I think I would love to get my hands on. Hopefully they're not super limited at the time. But getting back to Nocta, they're coming out with another drop, and we were thinking Nocta was kind of getting dead. It's back with some essential stuff, different colors finally, not just black and white. Bringing some navy. It's called Cardinal Stock Collection. Don't really know why it's called Cardinal, because there's no red in it. It's literally just navy, white, and gray, I think. So I don't know why it's called Cardinal Stock, but regardless, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna try and grab some stuff. If I grab some stuff, we'll do like maybe like a video for the channel. But yeah, I'm excited. Like lots of things going on with Drizzy right now. OVO was kind of dead the last couple of weeks, which is good, so I could save my money. And yeah, so pretty much yeah. And speaking of the OVO and the OVO stores, I can't wait to go back in the stores because lockdown has started to ease up. It looks like lockdown here in Ontario will end on June 2nd, I believe. Should end there. Outdoor activities just opened up here yesterday, which today is Sunday, and it was Saturday it opened up. And that just, like, it's huge, man. Like, it's annoying what's happened. And it's annoying that we're at this juncture in time where we weren't able to, like, go outside or anything. Like, today we went to go play football at our local turf field. And that kind of, like, we played for a few hours, but then eventually security came out and just asked if we can leave. And so it's like, what the hell, man? Like why does that even have to? Like, we were gonna leave anyway. We're literally leaving in like 5-10 minutes, but it's like, why can't like people just play? Like, there was literally like a full-on soccer game going on behind us. It's like, why can't we go on and do that stuff? Because like that's what we want to do, and we want to like go outside, like be healthy and all that stuff, not be cooped up inside. And I don't support anybody doing parties or nothing like that, but I'm sorry, like, that we can't really like see anybody. We can't go to the store, ruining businesses, ruining lives. That's not fair. I don't think it is, but at least golfing's back open up. A lot of activities are back open now, just for outdoors. And then come June 2nd, everything should be opening up. They had some like color coded framework bullshit that they released, which I really don't like. It is what it is, but they're saying by July we should be able to get our hair cut. Like, what the hell is that, man? Like, that's like Grande behind the camera. My cameraman, like, he needs a fucking haircut, man. Like, needs it more than anybody. So I think like it's just ridiculous, man. I'm really fed up and stuff, and like the fact that like I can't have guests in here. Like, obviously I was gonna just be me today, but like in the upcoming few weeks, like I want to have somebody sitting here talking with me, like different types of people, different friends, and stuff, and being able to go to different places and stuff, and potentially collabing with some of our friends, and going out to somewhere, do a video together or something like that, and just doing things, because we have so many ideas to do things. And I can imagine even just people trying to do things, and I feel the worst for actually people that are affected by this. I remember last week when we were we were vlogging in Yorkville for that candle video for Better World Fragrance House, Drake's candle. We were down there. I remember me and Angelo were at a gas station. This guy, like, you can tell he wasn't really, there was a homeless guy there, but there was like another guy like who looked like he wasn't doing well. But he didn't look like a typical homeless man. It was just like he was just trying to get some money to help us, and Angelo slipped him like a couple 20s and stuff. So like, I feel bad for certain people like that, because I feel like guys, like, he probably lost his job, he can't work, can't, like, they don't, like, rent is the same, like, they don't freeze rents, they can't put food on the table, shit like that. Like, that's just not fair at the end of the day. And I don't like how the government does that. I really don't. And I'm not happy what's going on up here. Hopefully it's getting better, but yeah, hopefully shit's on the rise. And yeah, and speaking of shit on the rise, the temperature levels up here in the GTA are absolutely crazy right now. Unfortunately, last week, like, it's been all up in general in terms of temperatures, but humidity just, like, it's back now. And I hate humidity. I think I could speak for everybody around here. That's why I love going down south when I used to travel a lot. Traveling a lot was really fun, and I loved, like I said, down south. There was no humidity, no mosquitoes, no nothing like that. Like, it's just like so much better, man. They're so lucky down there. That's like a luxury life down there. I'm telling you, they're so lucky. I'm so fortunate for that. I really want like that type of luxury, please. Like, I can't wait to go back there eventually. But yeah, like I said, humid as shit up here. That's awesome. The pool is awesome. We're having a lot of fun. Shorts weather, short season. Don't have to be wearing pants all the time. Like like occasionally, like during these summers, like I don't even know if I could even wear pants. Honestly, like maybe the odd jeans, odd cargos, but really like you just want to take advantage of the weather and stuff. But hopefully, like I said, coinciding that weather thing with the lockdown, we want things to get better. We want things to be able to like open up where we can use this weather and go out to places and lose things. I know I can speak for my cameraman. He's been trying to get out, and it's and he hasn't done it a lot in his life, so he wants to get out a little bit, eh? Fuck so. And I really want to too, because really for me, like other than recording on Sundays, my socialization is literally just like playing games, like editing, or going out to work and stuff like 4 or 5 times a week. So other than that, it's pretty boring right now. I remember before I used to be going downtown like 1 to 2 times a week, traveling maybe once or twice a week, like working like pretty much full time hours, almost different types of shifts and stuff. But like we were living a good life back then, so I wasn't complaining. So I think things change over time, but I hope it is on the rise, and I hope we can get to that. Yeah. So pretty much, um, okay. Here's a big thing that happened, like in terms of like the vaccine. Okay, I'll let you know my opinion on that in a second. But the first dose, pretty much all of Canada has it now. It's not an issue anymore. So I guess that helps with the lockdown stuff because that's what they want to see. But that's kind of something interesting to hear that pretty much half of Canadians have it. So that means like so many people in Canada support this. So I could pretty much speak for most of the people I'm around, but like I with the vaccine, like I've never supported it, and I'm not going to support it, I think, ever. But one thing I do have to say, like I don't like judge anybody for taking it. Good on you. You want to do it, make your own decision. That's the whole point of this. People shouldn't be encouraging people to take this thing. Do what you want to do. At the end of the day, it's your body, your choice, and there's no. And I don't fault anybody for taking it. That's your opinion. Go for it. I don't care. You're totally right to that, and I totally understand why. So, but I expect no judgment back. But yeah, like my opinion on the vaccine, I don't trust the long term side effects. I've never smoked in my life, if you can believe that. I know I look stoned sometimes in pictures that Angela takes, but I think at that point, like it's like I've never done those things. I've always kept as good habits as I could. Like I haven't, like obviously eat out and stuff, but not like totally dog shit. And like I said, never smoked in my life. Never like I'm not a heavy drinker or anything like that. And I think like it's like I don't like I understand like I think people are kind of a hypocrite if they do those things and they're like, nah, I don't trust the vaccine. I think you're a hypocrite for that. But in terms of like just taking it, I think it's I think I'm gonna hold off as long as I can. But if it gets to a point like where I really like if say they open up the stadiums or they open up different types of places or I can actually travel again, I might just suck it up and take both doses whenever they're available. But as of right now, I'm staying put. I stand to what I was saying before. I know a lot of people before were not against the vaccine, but now they took it. So I don't want to be that person right now. Just to, just like I'm sticking to my word. What I said, what my opinion was. My opinion did not change. But yeah, I'd like to hear your opinion as well, you guys. If you want to share it, let us know in the comment section below. If you guys are watching on YouTube. And yeah, like that's just my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion when it comes to that. Like I know hearing like the other week AstraZeneca got banned in up here in Canada. Don't know why that was even allowed in the first place. They should have known that, but that's another story for another day. But I'm not like you don't like to see that stuff, and I don't like it's funny for sure, but that the government would allow that, but I I hope everybody's okay. I just want us to get back to normal, and I feel like the world right now. I know I've heard a lot of people say this too. Is that I feel like we're seeing the worst in people right now because there's a lot of adversity right now. People either handle adversity like a couple ways. They either handle it very calm, collective. They keep it together, or they get really mad at people. They they blame things on people. They just get very angry, and it's not even their necessary fault. It's just that's how they handle adversity at the end of the day. And I think I think sports in my life actually helps that adversity, because like when you say you're playing something as simple as a ball game, like you're down a couple runs, like championship on the line, like can you or you're up and you got to close out the game, like can you handle that adversity? That's interesting, because no, you're not always gonna be up a ton of points, right? So that's kind of interesting thing that it can help a little bit in your life. I think it's just to stay calm, and keep trying to get the job done. I think that applies in life too, and I think at the end of the day, hopefully we can gain that spot and hopefully continue to do what we're doing. And yeah, it's an interesting situation. We'll continue to comment on that every week, and because we kind of talk about that stuff, like what's going on where we live, obviously here in Ontario and Toronto. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Speaking of Toronto, the Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs in the playoffs. Up to this point, it's tied 1-1. We won last night 5-1 over the Habs. Be hard kind of not to talk about this. John Tavares getting injured in game one. Really bad, questionable hit. Hope it wasn't intentional. I don't think it was. I hope to think it isn't. But that was kind of hard definitely to see. Kind of sucks the energy out of that game, I think. It kind of puts a chip on your shoulder, I guess. But he's definitely out the rest of the round. They have to get this done, man. The Leafs have to get this done. I can't think of any other way to say it and to put it. They have to get this done. They have to win the series as quick as possible. This is their year. If they ever want to try anything, they literally have an advantage only playing in Canadian teams. So I think the only other teams are Winnipeg and Edmonton, so they'll play the winner if they get through the Habs. They really have no choice right now. They gotta get this done, and I think I have faith in them that they'll be able to do it. Like just winning 5-1. I know Montreal's not the greatest at scoring, but they got like, I don't know. Is he the best goalie in the world, Carey Price? I don't know. I'm not the biggest hockey expert, but I figure, yeah, everybody's following this right now. They have a lot of expectations. I expect them to get to the conference finals. If they don't get to the conference finals this year, is a complete utter failure. I think, and I think if they lost first round, my God, I think they'd have to tear this shit up. I think tear it all down, mind you. Like I think, like at this point, it's like it's unacceptable. Like these guys are not 20 anymore. Like they're how old now? Like they're close to 25. Like, and they can't get out of a round against the Habs, where most years you might have had to play Boston or you had to play Tampa or whatever. They really have no excuse right now, and they got to come out with this. I don't know when Game 3 is. It's either Monday or Tuesday this week, whenever this is being uploaded. But they have a lot of work needs to be done for the Leafs, and I'm not the biggest hockey fan, but the Leafs are the only ones we got right now in the playoffs. Because last year, when it came to the bubble, they got booted out in the qualifier round. People are so salty about that, but that happened at the end of the day. But the Raps were still in it. But now we got nothing else. We got them. Our Jays are looking good, but yeah, in Toronto, if they don't come out of this round, my God, they cannot let this go to 7 games. They gotta get this done. They gotta try and maybe roll off another 3 in a row, maybe, or 6 at the latest. I think they can't let this go to Game 7. I don't know if a lot of diehard Leaf fans will be able to take a Game 7, and I hope that was the big thing about Tavares. Actually, it was like the structural damage. No structural damage. I heard he has a concussion and he has a knee problem. Angelo, what was it? A knee issue with John Tavares? No, he doesn't know. Angelo doesn't know anything, man. Angelo's pretty good at that. Angelo's just hands off. Just Vince, fuck off. Just talk. It's just you. So I'm sorry. I'm used to talking to somebody. But yeah, I heard he had another injury where he got hit and a concussion. So nothing going his way. But then again, he could have had serious structural bone damages with spine, back, neck. Could have been, my Jesus, it could have been something really bad. So it ended up being bad. I think he's just gonna be out until further notice. Maybe I think the earliest will be sometime in the second round, not the beginning, but hopefully we'll see him back. We'll be talking about the Leafs if they keep going. So hopefully that continues. And speaking of Toronto sports and the Raptors, I really don't want to be talking about this right now, but I think it's something that I can get a little bit mad on. Stephen A. of First Take, Stephen A. Smith, everybody knows who he is. Last week, obviously, was the Hall of Fame, Basketball Hall of Fame. The first fan ever to be inducted is our own Nav Bhatia, I think he's from Mississauga, I think. He's from India, obviously, but yeah, awesome ambassador for us. He's been to every home game in Raptor history. He's been to tons of away games. I think he's been to every away game in the playoffs. I think he's gave away tons of tickets over the years. He's given people, kids, so many chances to go up and meet people. He's done so many good things for charity and stuff, and to be just an immigrant from here, to start from zero, build multiple dealerships, be able to car dealerships, to be able to have what he has now, and just make such a positive impact on here in this city and in Canada in general and on the sport of basketball is amazing. And the fact for Stephen A. Smith to go on and be like, he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, a fan, like, oh, what is it, like, how much you cheer, like, pretty much just mocking the whole thing. Like, absolutely ridiculous. At the end, it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. Did Nav Bhatia have an impact on basketball? Anyway, yeah, just talking about, like Nav, like, being completely discredited by Stephen A. Just like, infuriating, okay? I've never met Nav before. Would love to meet him one day at a Raptor game, but what he's done for the community, and I think, like I said before, like, he had an impact on basketball, which is a sport, and an impact on it in our country. And at the end of the day, that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. You don't have to be a player to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame, I don't believe. Do you see in football? Did they play? Like, he's a part of our franchise. He's like an ambassador, just like Drake is. Drake's a global ambassador. I know if you want to say Drake deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, well, we have a different conversation. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame of fucking music, but not the Hall of Fame of basketball. But I think, I don't know. I think it's like he should not be being discredited like this. Like, Nav is a great man. He's always very positive. I always see him on social media just saying very positive things all the time about our team, about the communities, about everything. And I know he really enjoyed that moment, just being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Somebody who's put a lot of hours into going down. Not as much as the players, but man, he used to go down to every single game, man, every single one, and he supported us through thick and thin. And he deserves it. And he got a ring by our team too. So when we won the chip, so Stephen A. What the fuck, man? Like, what the honest fuck? Like, if Spike Lee was in the Hall of Fame for what he did with the Knicks, he would be totally okay with it, because Stephen A. is a Knicks fan. He's a total hypocrite, Stephen A. You're literally a clown, okay? You're funny, you're entertaining for sure, but get the fuck out of here. Stop being so ignorant, man. Like, come on now. That's ridiculous. Don't disrespect Nav like that. Good man. Good man. Spike Lee, you're literally like rich already, man. You're literally like Spike Lee, but I mean, Spike Lee doesn't even go to every game, fucking guy. I know he's been supporting the Knicks before, but he doesn't go to every game. I tell you that. Knicks were shit anyways. They're good now, but anyway, I don't know. It's unfortunate, and yeah, a lot did go on in basketball this week. Actually, they had the play-in tournament. That was interesting. They did like a little bit of that last year in the bubble, like a little play-in game, like a couple games. This was actually like a play-in tournament. Happy the Raptors didn't get in this. I don't think they would have got anywhere, but it was it was pretty crazy. Like, I remember they started off, like, Boston ended up winning. Like, I think Jason Tatum dropped like 50-something points. That was kind of crazy. I was very surprised about that, but because they don't have Jaylen Brown, I don't think either. They ended up coming out, and then even though Washington did lose, Washington ended up showing up, destroying Indiana, and Indiana lost already. Or no, Indiana beat Charlotte. So then Washington beat Indiana after, and probably Nate Bjorken. I don't know how to say his name, but he used to be assistant coach for us when we won the championship and stuff for a few years. So he's there, and he did a good job, and he might be on the hot seat now, so that's not good. But yeah, I think the most interesting storyline out of all of that, even though Washington went on, was the Lakers versus Golden State, which is crazy. Actually, before that game, I remember seeing like him, Drake, and LeBron hanging out with like his boys Mav Carter, Rich Paul, Drake in LA and stuff, and he got violated protocols. I don't know, man. I think they should be able to do whatever the hell they want if he can hang out with some of his buddies. Like what the hell? The guy's tested every freaking day. Like, I don't get it. They literally travel across the country to freaking do. They literally did an all-star game. Like what the hell? But I think the play-in tournament was a success in general. The Warriors and Lakers was crazy. I had to go to sleep. Couldn't watch really any of it. I heard it was crazy. Warriors ended up losing again after, so Steph's out with the Warriors and stuff. And I think in that game, Draymond poked LeBron in the eye or something like that, and then he still scored, hit the game winner. Kind of crazy. Yeah, it was, I think playing tournament was good. I think it was pretty good. I liked it. It was interesting. I wouldn't want to play in it. Like I'd want to definitely be in the top 6 seeds of each conference, but what can you do? I remember he didn't. LeBron liked it at the beginning of the season, but then after when he was in, he didn't really like it. But in the end, I don't think it is really a good thing in terms of the teams because it's like, say the 7 seed was so good all year compared to like it was like a really stacked conference, and then the 10 seed is just garbage, 9 seed garbage, 8 seed garbage, and then they somehow get upset in 2 games or something like that, and they're out. Then we make the playoffs. Like I think that's bullshit. I don't like that. Like I don't think that's okay. But I mean, hey, like to each their own. It's more entertaining for the fans. Like it's for the fans at the end of the day. I guess they play for the fans. The fans pay their salaries. The fans pay everything. So I guess it's fine. I don't know. Overall success for the NBA. Let us know in the comments down below. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Some other sports news because like a decent amount came out this week. My Pats. If you watched our draft reaction video on the part of the old era, our channel, was not very happy with what my Patriots did, who they drafted in the first round. But but they might be doing something I may like here. Apparently, according to Michael Hawley, was that his name, Michael Hawley, who reported the Julio to the Pats potentially?
Yeah.
So Michael Hawley, I don't even know who the hell he is, but whatever. He reported that apparently like the Patriots are heavily interested in Julio, and Julio is not too opposed to that either. You know, a lot of players do like Cam, so and they want to play with Cam. So if we get him, holy shit, Julio, in my opinion, like before last year, I believe he was the best wide receiver in the league. I think just what he can do on the offensive level, I think he's the closest thing to Megatron. I think in terms of like size, speed, you know, just catchability, like him and DeAndre pretty much. I think. I just think I don't know. I love guys like Julio. Julio's awesome, and I think it's time for him to leave Atlanta. Even if he wants to be loyal, respect the hell out of that. I think it's time to move on. But if the Patriots got Julio Jones, that's the number one wide receiver. That'll put him right over the top. And it'd be kind of interesting because we did make the 28-3 comeback over him. He should have sealed that Super Bowl in Super Bowl 51 with him making that catch, and then Kyle Shanahan gets Matt Ryan to drop back and pass the ball, gets sacked. I think did Donta Hightower make that sack, I believe, and then he got the strip sack afterwards, I believe. Or no, that was the strip. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but anyway, that happened. Julio should have sealed that game at Super Bowl. He should have a ring on his finger. Well, he has an NFC Championship ring, but he should have a Super Bowl ring, and because of that, so it'd be interesting to be joining that squad. Totally different squad than it was before. We got some familiar faces on the defensive end, like Julian Edelman retired, obviously. Love you, Jules, but Julio to the Patriots, yo, if that happens, yo, oh my God, yo. Maybe we might have to make another reaction video, maybe. Hey, Ange, we have to make another reaction video? This time would be good, though. This time would be good. It would have been, well, it wouldn't be better than Justin Fields. Justin Fields got drafted to the Pats, but I think it'd be crazy if Julio comes to the Patriots. Oh my God, that'd be so fun. I think it would just change everything, because at that point we would have Julio, our number one wide receiver. We would have Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar. Aguilar had a sneaky season last year. Kendrick Bourne, not too shabby himself. And did you forget? We have the best tight ends in the league. We have Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. Holy shit. Oh my God, dude. And we got in the backfield, we got a young Damian Harris. I believe they cut Sony Michel. I don't know who else we have. We have Ramondre Stevenson of Oklahoma we drafted. Got some guys out there. Rex Burkhead might still be there. James White, sweet feet. Yes, re-signed him. So we have those in the backfield, which is pretty good. Can't complain there. We're looking pretty good on offense. Defense line ain't too bad because David Andrews signed for nothing. He signed for absolutely nothing on a cheap deal. We got a lot going for us if we especially go for that. And we got Cam. If Cam can play this year, he can do his thing, and he can ride that ship for us, and that's what we want him to do. And then, while as much as I hate to say this, we grew Mac. So And we did sign Brian Hoyer actually, so that might mean Stid the kid's coming out. I think at this point Hoyer's going to be a friggin' coach for us at this point, QB coach or something like that. I don't know why we even got him. At this point, just give him a pension with the fucking Pats. At this point, that's like, I don't know. It's a good decision regardless, but Stid might be out. I didn't think Stid was a real deal in the first place, but love to have camp for this year. See how he does. Hopefully he does really well, and just keep doing Mac as long as possible, because we have to embrace him as our quarterback at the end of the day. So he is our quarterback. We have to support him, and hopefully he ends up panning out. Because my fucking God, if Justin Fields pans out to be who I think he is, and in the NFL and everything else, and we fucking took Mac Jones, and if he's trash, that'll really upset me. So, but hopefully he ends up being good. He'll grow on me for sure, and it'll be an interesting sort of predicament in New England and in the NFL, and especially with brand new numbers now, single digit numbers. Players are gonna look clean, man. Jerseys are gonna be like awesome. Everybody wait to get your jerseys until the season starts. Can't wait to hear what numbers they are. I don't know why it took so long for them to do this, and it took a COVID like how many players happen and potential numbers issues for that to happen. I think it should happen in the first place. I think this is really, really cool. So yeah, I don't know. Like it's a lot of cool things coming. The NFL season will be really fun. We're getting a full off season, so OTAs are about to be coming up. Rookie minicamp just wrapped up, and then we have training camp in July, and the preseason. I believe we have 3 games in the preseason. Angelo, 3 games preseason this year, so 3 games, and so we're starting on time as usual. A late start the way the calendar is. Like last year, we started like a little bit later in September, so than the beginning, but everything's lined up with Labor Day and stuff. So really excited for our fantasy season this year. We got lots of stuff to do. So happy to start, and it's been fun setting that all up, and we'll probably give you a vlog on draft day and in the summer. Hopefully everything's opened up and good by then, because we want the draft to be okay. I don't want any issues with that. I'm super stoked for that. I know the guys are happy, and we might maybe get a punishment video from last year's loser, a little vlog there. That's somewhere where we're going to be posting a video soon. Maybe you have to check our channel off the rip. But that'll be a wrap for me today. Don't forget, we are on all social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Twitter. We've been posting a ton on TikTok, tons of TikToks, and they've been going on Instagram as well, Reels. We have obviously IGTV on Instagram as well. We're on all those platforms in terms of social media. You know, we are on YouTube at Off the Rip. Our new username is at offtherip.otr. We couldn't get Off the Rip, and we couldn't get just OTR, so I just combined them all together. We couldn't get a period on Twitter because username doesn't let us do it, so I did an underscore. So you'll notice that's a little bit different on Twitter if you go check us out there. In terms of the Rip, you can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. You'll be able to see us there. We hope you enjoy this. It's going to be going. You hope you enjoy this coming forward. We're doing it every week. We're going to be. I know this is coming out on Tuesday, but my goal is for this to come out on Mondays, just with the channel update this week. Just a little bit of anomaly. We're trying to work through this stuff. Really excited. Thank you for listening, guys, for the audio platforms like I just listed. In terms of guys on YouTube, thank you for watching. If you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell. We're going to be uploading a ton. That means the world to us, please. Like I said, thanks for watching, guys. This is episode 1 of The Rip. I'm your host, Vince. Take care.